Happy Tuesday. One of you asked me a question lately about sacred commerce, and I thought it was a really good topic. I don't know how to begin with this, but the question was, how would a teacher or a spiritual coach or a channel, a psychic, etc., any practitioner attract clients? How do we attract clients? And my gut feeling would be that I don't. That is the responsibility of the universe, not me. Social media, which is where all marketing for the spiritual field is headed in the future. Social media is absolutely inundated. It's just inundated with marketing to try to get into coaching programs, marketing to try to get into my programs, any kind of marketing. But it's inundated with turning spirituality into a quick fix for abundance. It's inundated with, fix your weight problems and calling that spiritual coaching and so many things. And I don't want to slam anyone or judge anyone's idea of what is spiritual and what isn't, because every single darn thing is. Everything is spiritual. Whether you're conscious of that or not is one thing. How conscious you are of it is another thing, right? But sacred commerce is important, and I do feel like social media and a lot of coaches, healers, teachers, psychics, and channels and mediums have really lost that concept in lieu of branding. They've replaced it with branding and flooding their clients with web funnels and programs and things. And if that's working for you and your clients really love to be sold to, and great, go for it. Mine don't. I've hired so many people to brand me, and I'm not a brand. I'm indescribable and completely relatably human. And I have worked with marketing experts, done for me type of people, and they can't grasp the concept of who I am, much less what I'm trying to sell, right? So it helped me more than anything to just understand that when the teacher is ready, the student will appear. You hear that old adage, when the student's ready, the teacher will appear. Teachers, I'm going to ask you to humble up. When you're ready, your students will find you. Now, I'm not going to say in sacred commerce that isn't going to require you showing them who you are, because it certainly will. It will require you just talking to people, just showing them what your daily thoughts are, just sharing your downloads, sharing your gift for whatever it looks like, sharing your modalities, sharing. Sharing is caring. Sharing what works for you and what doesn't as a practitioner, teacher, coach, healer, channel, medium. But more so, it will require you just being upfront and ethical and honest in your intentions. I market, and I market a lot. You know when I'm trying to sell you things, and you know when I'm just trying to talk to you. I do a lot of inquiry. I work very kind of Socratically. I like to talk to people and get to know them. I like to show them what's coming across my heart. And I feel like the human effort involved in just talking to people seems to be something that's missing, right? Not for the purpose of selling, but just talking to your prospective clients, practitioners, teachers, coaches, just telling them about your day, just telling them something you've learned that perhaps, an aha moment of your life, or something that comes across your threshold in your heart, not what you're thinking, what you're feeling. For intuitive practitioners, what you're feeling is where it's at. And when you just share with people because you want to share with people, that is sacred commerce. Your light shines in a unique way, and someone will become interested in how you relate to them and how they relate to you. And they will wonder, is this the person who can help me tap into my power? Is this the person who can help me remember who I am? Is this the person that I even like? Or are they always trying to sell me something? Right? So I see that missing in sacred commerce and marketing. I see people being more interested in branding themselves than just showing the world who they are. And granted, I'm not opposed to branding, but I don't really know what it is. I've had people try to work with me and attempt to brand me, but they don't know me, right? If anyone's going to brand me, it's going to be someone I know, and I know damn well, right? I don't even know what it is. Is branding that the fact that you use your logo in all of your online marketing? Is branding the fact that you use the same logo and the same colors and the same themes? Is that a part of branding? I'm not even sure what it is. And I've tried to hire people to do that, but they don't know how to brand something like me. They're at a loss, right? It just doesn't, it fails. So branding, when you don't know who you are and the power of your own work, is going to get you nowhere. Branding is going to make someone feel like you're just selling something to them if you don't know who you are and what you do. Yeah. Maybe some branding expert can come on here and say, you know what, you're wrong, here's why, and I'm totally open to that. I don't know. Branding probably helps in certain algorithms for the dynamics of social media platforms, and perhaps in SEO placement and things of that nature. To be properly branded all across the board would be helpful. But what does that even mean? What does that look like? That's going to be different, and you have to know yourself. So that's one thing. But sacred commerce is just sharing who you are. Sacred commerce means you're showing another person how you, as a human being, identify with another human being at the soul level. And that has to be ethical. That has to feel natural for you. And that has to be in a person who's deeply confident in their truth and in their power. Right? So, for me, you know when I'm trying to sell to you, and you know when I'm not. The end. When I'm trying to sell to you, it is, here is a class. It isn't, here is a long story that's going to get you interested. And you know what I'm doing, right? And I'm plugging you and pulling you down, and somewhere I'll finally say, and this leads to a funnel which is going to sell you something. That is boring and so completely useless. Because the person knows that you're trying to sell them something. They know that's your intention. And if you want to do that, start out with that. Now a branding expert or a social media marketing expert is going to say, oh, then you just lost half your potential clientele because of the word sell. Okay, then they weren't aligned to begin with. When the teacher is ready, the student will appear. When the facilitator is ready, the client will appear. When the practitioner is ready, the client will appear, right? When you are ready, your products will appear. And your products themselves should be selling an aspect of you that is so relatable. It's not a product, it's your soul wrapped up in a package. Right? This is why I don't give you products. Well, it's kind of why. The other 50% is I don't want to deal with how to get it to you, and getting a UPS account and all that fun stuff. Seems like I'd be spending my day as a small business person wrapping up things in boxes, and I just don't know enough about if that's true and how much of my time I'm willing to commit. But your products should be completely relatable, just as relatable as you are. They should be simple. They shouldn't be too perplexing or complex. I had someone today talk to me, and I had to channel Hermes Trismegistus to understand what the hell he was talking about. Really. I had to channel an ancient dead sage, an alchemist. And I asked him too. I said, what are you talking about? Right? and it was all in metaphor and symbology, and I'm sorry, that's great person to person if you're willing to tell another person what you mean by it. I could understand what he meant, but you can't sell someone something like that. You can't teach someone something like that. That's not sacred commerce, because sacred commerce should be so simple that an 8th grader can understand you. It should be that simple. It should be that relatable. You know what I mean? So when the teacher is ready, your students will appear. And that's not to insinuate that there will be no work on your part. There will be tons of work on your part, but it will be relatable transmissions that show the world who you are. Relatable downloads from the heart, not the mind, where you are deeply inspired and following the charisma of your soul, and then you share it with people. You have to share. You have to be visible. You have to be really relatable in your authenticity, no matter how weird you are. You can't be afraid of looking too woo-woo channels. Do you know that my spiritual teacher doesn't even like channeling? She's like, I ain't channeling Mary Magdalene. She doesn't need to be channeled. The Mother Mary doesn't need to be channeled. I don't buy any of that crap. Nobody needs that, right? Yeah, until I start channeling. So don't pay attention to what people think. Pay attention to what you feel. Pay deep attention to what you feel. Oh my goodness, my cat is chasing the crap out of a bug right now. She's like deep into it. She's like heavy in the hunt. It's annoying and distracting, but beautiful. Don't chase your clients like that. They're gonna run. Let people come to you. When you're ready to sell to them, do it because there's a charisma that is that you're deeply excited about something. And for God's sake, tell your clients that you're trying to sell something. None of this leading and marketing ploy where you're going into a deep personal story and they think you're sharing something and then suddenly you try to sell them. That's manipulative. And you know it is. And no one wants it. Have a good day. Bye.